worn linoleum of the hallway pressed cool against my bare feet as I shuffled towards the kitchen, a half-empty glass of water in hand. It was late, the kind of late where the city outside held its breath. My apartment, usually a sanctuary of silence, was punctuated by a faint, rhythmic thudding from upstairs. Not the usual stomping of an inconsiderate neighbor, but something softer, more insistent. It had started subtly a week ago. A low, guttural hum that seemed to vibrate through the ceiling. At first, I dismissed it as building settling, or maybe just some experimental music from the new tenant. The apartment above mine had been vacant for months after Mrs. Gable, a woman who smelled perpetually of lavender and disapproval, had moved to Florida. Then, a few weeks ago, they arrived. A quiet, older couple, their daughter, maybe late 20s, and a son. The boy. He was the one I barely saw, a fleeting shadow in the stairwell, his gaze always fixed on the floor. He had the kind of quiet that felt like it was hiding something. The humming escalated. It became more distinct, almost musical, but in a discordant, unsettling way, like a dirge played on instruments that were slightly out of tune. Then came the whispers. Faint at first, barely audible through my thick carpet, they sounded like a multitude of voices, a tangled, multi-layered murmur. I'd press my ear to the ceiling, straining to decipher words, but it was always just a chaotic symphony of hushed tones. Last night, it changed again. The whispers coalesced into a single, chilling sound, a low, mournful keen. It wasn't human. It was too deep, too raw, laced with an agony that made the hairs on my arms stand on end. It wailed, a sound that crawled under my skin and burrowed into my bones. I turned up my music, a futile attempt to drown it out, but the sound seemed to weave itself through the melody, corrupting it. This morning, the keen was gone, replaced by an oppressive silence that felt heavier than any noise. I decided to brave the hallway, hoping the light of day would dispel the lingering dread. As I reached the landing, I noticed something. A dark, viscous substance was seeping from beneath the door of the apartment above. It looked like thick, black oil, glistening slickly on the pale gray linoleum. It smelled faintly metallic, like old blood. My heart hammered against my ribs. This was more than just a strange neighbor. This was something else. I backed away slowly, my eyes glued to the creeping stain. A chill wind seemed to slither down the corridor, though the windows were all closed. I could feel a pressure in the air, a palpable unease. Then the door above creaked open. Slowly, deliberately. No one emerged, but a profound darkness seemed to spill out, an absence of light that felt predatory. From within that darkness, a voice, distorted and layered, rasped, "We know you hear us. We're coming for you." The sound wasn't human. It was a chorus of scraped throats, of ancient, hungry things whispering promises of oblivion. I turned and fled, the taste of fear, sharp and metallic, coating my tongue. The thudding, which I now realized wasn't thudding at all, but a slow, deliberate scraping, had started again. Louder this time, and the smell was growing stronger. "Hello there, brave souls. I am Aqeela, And this is the Aqeela Files. Did you hear that scraping? It's getting closer. Don't look behind you. Don't even think about it. They're in your apartment now. Listen closely, and you might hear them too.